Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I have a halo.
Oh.
Okay. There's Shane. Oh my god, that's Allison. Oh my god, it's DJ. Woo! What is this?
It's a meat saw.
Ooh, a meat saw. Wow.
On the table there.
All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome back. I am, you are, we are Tripping with Trip at Habitable Spaces. Check it out. These are our first shoots from the makerspace, which is under construction. Finishing up the inside. Just got electric and a couple of walls. And we're about to put the skins here. And once everything is clean, we're going to do some landscaping. In the meantime, the commercial kitchen is experiencing its first pig processing, and we are going to show you today how to make, what are we making?
Breakfast sausage.
Breakfast sausage with the pig that we slaughtered in the past couple of days. And you can find, we posted it today, you can find the raw footage from that slaughter on YouTube, on Habitable Spaces YouTube. I think we posted it on Habitable Spaces, socials, and Tripping with Trip. So if you want to see a slaughter, it's very graphic, but very educational if you're interested in doing this kind of thing. It's hard work, and there's a lot to know. And I think they're still learning a little bit, but they've done it before. They've done a wild boar, but they've never done a domesticated pig like the one that we're about to show you on how to do the sausage. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to introduce you to Allison, Shane, and TJ, and they're going to show us how to make breakfast sausage. Hey, y'all.
Howdy.
Oh my God, look at this space.
Yes.
It's fabulous.
In the spaces, we use spaces before they're finished.
Amazing. Well, congratulations. And I was just explaining that you guys have slaughtered a pig before, but that was a wild boar, a little bit different than what we were doing this time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wild hogs have hardly any fat. It's very lean meat.
Okay.
And our pig that we raised had tons of fat, so totally different ballpark.
Okay.
So today we're gonna make breakfast sausage, and that's a hand formed sausage. I cut up, this is part of the neck, and I cut it up into little 1-inch cubes, and it's somewhat frozen. You want it to be not fully frozen, but a little bit frozen for grinding. It makes it easier to grind.
Great. You know what? I think I'm going to get you a little bit better lit. Oh, wow. Look at this lighting with this blue background. Yeah, I think we're casting shadows here.
Okay.
So here we go. In the mood of constant experimentation, we're trying to figure out lighting in this space, Wi-Fi, editing, YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. So you guys are kind of catching us at a dress rehearsal time. Thank you very much for joining us, and thanks for your patience. Here we go. All right. Better.
So, so we've got about 2 pounds of cubed, somewhat frozen pork. And for breakfast sausage, our spices are going to be a tablespoon of sage, ground sage, a teaspoon of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then a teaspoon of chili powder.
Great. One more time.
A tablespoon of sage, teaspoon of sugar,
Right.
1.5 teaspoons of salt,
Right.
and actually not chili powder, but dried chili,
Okay.
ancho chilies is what we used. Okay.
Is the sage your choice, or is it every time you process a
I think breakfast sausage. This is from a recipe, but we're growing sage, so
Great.
it's a nice.
That's
one to
often a
put in.
flavor in the breakfast sausage,
Yeah.
right? It's that kind of sagey.
Yeah, sage or
Uh-huh.
thyme, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna mix the spices in before we grind, so that it all gets ground in once. And we'll just kind of mix it by hand throughout the meat. Thanks. And my lovely assistant here is gonna turn on the grinder for me.
Hi, Vanna.
All right. Looks
At
like
the
we're
back
gonna do
there.
that. What we call. Yes, I do.
We put the meat in this tray. All of the parts of this grinder have been in the freezer because you want to keep everything as cold as possible while you're grinding. And sterilization is a key. Sterilize all your surfaces.
This is a sterilizer basket we have back here. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
scoot around here.
You want to see the grinding process? You grab that thing up for me. Come over here, Trip. This is where the action
Ooh, that's the good stuff. All in all, it's just
Oh my God! You
another
guys
brick
can't,
in the
can't
wall.
smell this, but as the spices go through, it just smells incredible.
Yeah.
Mmm.
And I would say this little 1 horsepower grinder is amazing. And if you're gonna get into sausage, don't mess around with the hand grinder or the hand cranked ones. Don't mess around with any horsepower lower than I'd say 1 horsepower, because this thing is amazing, and it's just tough to. You'll be there forever, and this thing is so easy.
Yes, we have at Habitable Spaces. We have used many bad grinders, and they're no fun.
Can't believe how quiet this thing is too.
Okay, we're almost through. Yeah, look at that. Okay, we can probably turn it off. So this die, this cutting die is the finest cutting die we have. You
What's
wanna
a
do-
die?
Here's a die right here. It's what the meat gets pushed through. That's a large one.
Ooh, it's heavy.
All right, now that we've got some assistance here, with gloved hands, what we're gonna do is make little balls. I know you just lost your light.
Yeah. Hold on. Or TJ, could you maybe
Yeah. What happened?
But just plug that back.
unplug back in and stabilize bottom? Okay.
Okay, so to make our patties, we're just gonna roll out golf ball sized ball. Woo, lights, camera, action.
Thanks,
And then Shane is going to press them. And maybe we get TJ on the pressing.
So about like that
Thank
size.
you.
I'm trying to make it a little bit rounder. Neater. Okay, TJ, if
Yeah.
you wanna be a ball presser.
Sure. I just
Nightman and ball presser.
Yeah, I did change my gloves because they touched the ground.
Oh, sorry.
To plug in the light.
Oh, it don't matter.
When Coop says I'm starving now.
Oh, nice. Oh, it smells delicious.
I'm actually starving too.
I mean, I am too.
I just realized I didn't eat before this,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it's a weird thing to be
Terrible.
starving while doing. Go ahead, take
Terrible
one.
state of affairs.
I guess I'm gonna keep working on the same things.
Sure.
And I'm thinking if Trip is wanting to come back over here and film, we'll do stuffed casing sausages next Thursday.
Made this patty next.
Stuffed casing sausages
Right.
next
Yes.
Thursday, y'all.
So, for the casings, you can look in there. I've got some casings. It's the hog intestines.
Where is it?
In this, they're soaking right now.
Okay, here we go. Hog intestines.
Yeah, what?
And what are these for?
So that will get stuffed with an Italian sausage. We're making a bunch of different kinds of sausage for our friend Will, who he bought this, or actually he traded this pig. We traded a pig for his cow.
Cool.
Yeah, we're all about the barter over here.
Yes, love it. Cash free, baby. Way
Yeah.
to go. If you can make it happen.
So he wants.
Might be
We
pack of 6.
the other day we processed a lot of his meat, and
So
you
a
wanna
pack
do-
of 6 is one.
Yeah, that sounds
one?
good.
Yeah.
Pack of 6.
Okay.
So now we're trying to, think of like
So there you go.
one
There's your
person what
6-pack.
they might want pulling out of the freezer.
Yeah. So there's a 6-pack of sausages. You could probably pull them out, and then this would probably be like almost a week's worth or whatever. If you had one every morning.
Eat your heart out, Jimmy Dean. What?
Right.
Unless it's a Sunday thing and you're having 3 of them, kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a.
This could be a Sunday lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner
Yeah, you
kind of
really
thing.
push it hard to make it last a week.
Or,
I don't know.
that's
I
not
don't
even.
know.
I don't really eat like meat for during breakfast, so like if I were to have meat at
He
breakfast,
doesn't
it'd
eat
be one
meat
patty for me.
for breakfast now, but
Uh
wait till
huh.
there's sausage in the fridge.
That's true. Yeah, my cholesterol's gonna go.
That just
Well, yeah,
might
that's-
change,
I'm
Shane.
from-
I mean, I love bacon, but I always feel like that was even kind of a weekend thing. I mean, well, of course, I love a bacon and egg sandwich. When I lived in New York, I would sometimes.
And you say that now, but we just raised 4
Right.
hogs, so I'm gonna be eating
Those
bacon.
deli sandwiches in New York. Those are
Mmm, bacon.
We're gonna make for Will. We're making breakfast patties, and then we're gonna make Italian sausage, and then just a regular. How are my
courtesy tab for.
just a regular pork sausage, just with salt. And for us, we saved the blood, which if you watched the video, you saw TJ over here stirring with his
Yes.
with a knife.
The anticoagulator.
Yes, so we're gonna make some blood sausage too.
Did it work? Did you keep it from coagulating?
It is. It's in the fridge.
There
Well,
was a little, no.
Because it started immediately, like
Yeah,
like right out.
yeah.
So crazy.
So here's a little art handler trick, but I do it on my meat packages too. Is do a courtesy tab. You fold it over.
This piece.
Courtesy
Did I
tab.
make it too big?
It's
I
easy
think
to.
this sheet of
pull
paper
it up.
might be too small.
Up.
Maybe
It's always
a
good to have
4-pack.
factory style assembly line when you're.
Yeah.
This paper
Panchon.
doesn't stick. This tape doesn't stick.
Panchon.
This paper does it.
Yeah, it didn't stick,
Panchon.
super well.
Don't judge us for not wearing masks. We are all embedded here together.
We're a pod, y'all.
Audio.
We're a pod.
Carbon pod.
You guys ever see that John Cusack movie, Better Off Dead?
Uh
have.
Where he gets a job at like the burger joint and then has the fantasy and the claymation burgers do like Van Halen.
oh. Oh my God, we need to do
that's
that.
And he's just like making patties.
That is so good.
If anyone hasn't seen that movie, you should treat yourself. It's great.
What's it called?
Better Off Dead.
Ah.
It ends in like a classic like '80s sports thing where they're skiing. It ends in
Nice.
like
We
a
might
giant
have to-
ski battle
We'd have to watch it.
against like a coiffed haired.
I thought we had better tape than that. I thought we had some masking tape somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Did I put it in the little tub thing?
No,
We need to do
Oh,
fast
you know
motion.
What? We should probably show off some of these great books that we have that I highly recommend.
Yes. Do you want me to get them because I'm not gloved?
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Trying not to move the camera too much. Which ones are
you
we?
know what? I'm going to take off my gloves because we're done, I think, with breakfast patties.
All right.
Did you get 4 in there?
I got 6. I just kind of reduced the space in between them.
Yeah, it's probably a better way.
Like, kind
It's
of,
probably touching you.
This book is called In the Charcuterie,
Yeah.
and it has all kinds of great recipes, sausages, and all kinds of charcuterie. They teach you how to stuff sausage.
that's the last ones.
We're gonna try out that blood sausage recipe.
Ooh, is that the next one?
Yeah.
Actually, the next one we're
Yeah.
gonna make is Italian sausage.
Fabulous. Can I see the cover one more time?
Mm-hmm.
Charcuterie.
Yes.
Love it.
And good for food porn if you guys like just
I love food
perusing
porn.
good cookbook. It's a good read.
Did you have another one over there?
I do. I have another great book. This
Fabulous.
book actually is great. I think you were showing this when we were doing the butchery. This one goes through,
I did show that one.
yeah, it shows all the different cuts in the animal. It shows you how to do fancy French ribs and
I've done that
Right.
before. It's
stuff
fun.
like that. This one's called Meat, Everything You Need to Know.
Meat. Yeah.
It's by
All
Pat
right.
Lafreda. It's that.
Yeah.
This is given to me by Ginny Chowning
Yes.
as a gift when I worked at the Briscoe. Yeah, I guess I should let you take the.
The reins.
Guess I can take off my gloves.
Yeah.
Are there any tips for beginners that you have? People that might be thinking about DIYing their pork?
I
Or
think the
processing
main thing
their
with making
own.
sausage is you really have to. You're grinding meat, so whenever you're grinding meat, you're exposing it to more pathogens. So, like I said, if you can do it on stainless steel or some kind of hard surface, that's great. Sterilize every surface. Freeze. You want to freeze. So we have a huge grinder, but you know, of this the Cabela's grinder. You freeze this portion. You stick that in your freezer about 2 hours beforehand.
Ooh,
This
okay.
portion, the grinding wheel and the dies, you just chuck them in your freezer so that they're as cold as possible because the motor will heat all of that stuff up. So you want to keep your meat as cold as possible. And then the other thing, which I already mentioned, is when you cut up your chunks of meat, you want to cut it up frozen, so it's going to be semi-frozen when it goes through the grinder. It helps it grind more evenly and better.
Okay, so freezing is multifunctional. Keeps the germs away and keeps the meat to a certain solid
Consistency, yeah.
consistency. Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and grind up a lot, the rest of this meat here, just to get it ready. But I know that the Instagram audience is probably gonna leave us, but, do you wanna get there's some unground chunks of meat in there.
In the pot or in the Red Bull?
Whichever has the chunks in it. Yeah.
Okay, so just to review, after the pig slaughter, you quartered the pig, you brought the quarters in here, and that's what we were filming people doing here. They were cutting the different parts up to save accordingly, right? Individually?
Yeah, so for Will, we mostly
What's
made
this?
that's all chunks of meat we're gonna grind for sausage.
Okay, and these are partly frozen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So since Will lives alone, he wanted really easy pieces that he could just take out of the freezer. So he had mostly pork chops. We made tons of pork chops. We separated the bacon, which we'll probably do a tutorial on at some point. We'll smoke that. We took the hams and we chopped them up for pulled pork.
Yeah.
He didn't want to really deal with ham, so we chopped it up for pulled pork, and then the neck and the rest of the legs and everything else is getting made into sausages.
Great. What do you do with the head and the feet?
We actually,
Tamales.
for him, he wasn't so interested in tamales. We'll do with our pigs. We're gonna make tamales out of them.
Great.
We're gonna freeze dry the
Ooh, we
ears
should
for
film
dog
that.
treats. But for him, he just separated the cheek meat out, and we took as much meat out as possible. You can also eat the tongue. He didn't want to do that,
Mm-hmm.
so that's getting the cheek meat. It's getting made into sausage, and then I think the tongue is gonna be fed to our dogs. We're very lucky.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Lingua.
So I'm gonna get, this is a half frozen chunk of meat, and do you want to grind actually,
Yeah.
Shane? Shane's gonna grind the rest of that, and we're just gonna combine that with salt. And I am going to take my knives out of the sterilizing water here and just trim this a little bit. There's a lot of fat on a pig. You actually want to try to get rid of as much of the fat as you can.
There's enough already inherently.
There's
right?
enough already.
I don't even think I need that thing.
Oh, and the other thing is, spend money on your grinder.
Yeah.
You will thank yourself. KitchenAid makes grinders that attaches to their mixers. I've heard they're okay, but after having bought a cheap grinder and suffering, we just went ahead and got the big guns, and we were very happy with it.
Which make is this? Who makes
This
it?
one's actually from Cabela's, and
No, it's a one.
it's a 1 horsepower.
120 voltage, so that means a regular plug into a regular wall, not a 220. It's got 750 watts, and it's 60 megahertz.
And it grinds like there's no tomorrow.
And it's quiet. I can't believe how quiet it is.
What does that say?
It's supposed to say breakfast sausage patties.
Breakfast
but
sausage
my,
patties.
Sharpie's done.
I think we were given another Sharpie. Might be Didn't
Yep, it's a Sharpie right there.
Christian came and brought us a Sharpie. So this will just get mixed with salt and be a basic pork sausage. Was the 20th when we did the other?
All right. So basically, what we've done is we've made how many of these, TJ?
17.
17
Yeah.
breakfast sausages, breakfast patties. And Thursday, we're going to make blood sauce.
We'll make actually, yeah, let's make some blood sausage.
Blood, something to do with sausage. Tentatively blood sausage, but that might change because as things go here. And check out the pig slaughter from beginning to end on Habitable Spaces YouTube channel. Stay tuned for Tripping with Trip podcast. Don't know when it's coming out. Hopefully in a couple of weeks, but I'm not going to say a date because every time I do, it changes. And other than that, we're still trying to figure out how to do these live shoots. Eventually, we hope to do edited instructionals on a horizontal, narrated, properly lit, blah, 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 which takes about 4 or 5 times longer than what we're doing here. So these are just teases, and we're hoping to slowly but surely move into the digital realm with all this. So Tripping with Trip podcast, trippingwithtrip.com has a list of live shoots for you, and YouTube, Habitable Spaces YouTube channel has a lot of what we've shot. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Say bye, y'all.